I liked one of our symmetry projects because we also did math, and one of our research projects, everybody got different ones. We were just split into groups, and I got to do a symmetry. We got to grow crystals, and we got to observe the different symmetries in nature and in art.
What crystals did you grow?
I don't know.
I always liked copper sulfate crystals. They were my favorite. So you had a supersaturated solution to grow your crystals?
Yeah.
There you go. See, even I can remember that. That's good. My science teacher would be very happy. Now, you are going back to school as sophomores. You've gone into this program. You've spent summer away from your family. Do you feel that you have gone through like a growth period? Do you feel that you grew up a little bit as a result of this? Obviously, we're all growing all the time, but you're young ladies and you're sophomores in high school. Did you feel that this was an entirely different summer than you've ever had in your life before?
Definitely. Before going into the summer program, I was more dependent on my family, and after getting out of there, I'm more independent. I'm able to make decisions by myself, and even though things might seem hard, I'm able to overcome it because I'm more independent in making my own decisions.
Interesting. And what about you?
Yeah, me too. And I also gained confidence in myself because they actually helped you overcome like a lot of things over there, and confidence was one of them for me, a big one.
And did you feel not so confident before you went?
Yeah, like I didn't really have confidence in myself, and I wasn't really independent, but you had to be independent to be there, so I definitely gained those two things.
And how does that confidence feel for you? Can you describe how that confidence feels? I know that's a kind of difficult question. I mean, is it that you feel better when you walk into a room, when there are strangers there, or you just know that you can do it because you just did it?
Yeah, that's like, I know I could do it too, like not just, because like I used to just like sit there and listen, now I'm actually participating more.
And in class and stuff?
Yeah.
Because of this class that you just did?
Yeah.
And then what about you, Fatima?
Well, I learned not to take things for granted and also to be more confident. And like, I don't know, when you live at home, you kind of take like your laundry for granted, and whenever you want to take a shower, the shower's always there. But not at Smash. You need to go call a shower, and you need to go call a washing machine when you want to go do laundry and things like that. You just take for granted when you're living at home.
So you're all living at home and you're all used to your mum's fabulous cooking, because everyone's mum has the best cooking, right? There's no doubt about it. But you weren't getting mum's cooking. So let's start off with you. You're Rebecca, right? Rebecca, how was that leaving the comfort zone of mum's home cooking?
It was a big change. It was like really hard to get used to the food over there. But like in the weekends, like we were like, oh, bring me a burrito or something. Yeah, so we got it once a week at least.
Well, was the food generally, did you like it, or was it?
It was different, like eating a lot of pizza and not that much salad. Yeah.
And what about for you, Juanita?
Same as Rebecca, I would tell my mom, bring me a taco or something on the weekends. And the food over there, we could say it was good for us, because we usually eat that food for on not special days, but like on days we go out with like friends or something, like pizza and everything. But over there it was kind of like the same food for the day, so we were kind of like this is kind of, well, not the healthiest food we could be eating. But yeah, that's what there was.
And the same for you, Fatima? Is that how that went down?
Yeah, I try to eat more tofu and stay away from the french fries. But they would always get french fries, so I'd take them off their plate.
So what would you say then to somebody who is perhaps struggling at school and that's listening to you now, and that they're a little bit concerned about going back into school? What kind of advice would you give to a student who perhaps didn't have an opportunity as you did?
Well, I would tell them that opportunities are always out there. We just have to be out there looking for them. And even though you're struggling in school over you could always find support in people you trust or people you know could help you, and to not give up just because you're struggling, because that's something that everybody passes through, struggling somehow, and just to not give up because there's always more opportunities out there for you.
And what do you want to do when you leave school? Are you going to go to college now?
Yes.
That's
I'm
firm
going
in your
to
mind?
college, yes.
And what do you want to study?
Right now I'm not so sure, but maybe engineering, being an orthodontist. Yeah, those are my two top options.
Okay, alrighty. And for you, what would you say to students who are struggling and maybe they're going back to school next week? It's like, oh no, got to go back to school. That's terrible.
I would tell them to not give up because, like, for me at least, Smash was like really hard, and I wanted to leave like the second day. But if you don't give up and you actually give whatever it is a chance, and you overcome that fear, you would get like a lot of opportunities. And if you just pass that up, like, you're gonna lose a lot of opportunities and chances that could be really valuable in the future.
And what made you with those couple of days when you wanted to quit and leave and go back home to the safety of your family, what was the thing that got you through that difficult period?
My friends and the RAs, the staff, and just like meeting new people there, like, it made you want to stay there, and you didn't want to like let anyone down, because I felt like I made it this far, like I have to stay here. Like,
I mean, there were 370 people applied, and the three of you got in, which is amazing. Do you know what you would like to do when you go to college, and any idea what you want to study?
I want to study medicine.
You do. Look at that. And this course, is that what gave you that focus doing this Smash class?
Yeah, I wanted to do it before, but this just encouraged it more.
Good. And then finally to you, Fatima, what would you say to a student who's about to go back into school and they're facing hardships and difficult times?
I would tell them to keep an open mind and not go in with like a negative thought about school, or like just to go, not to start off with the wrong foot or anything, and like what they were all saying again, like, don't give up. We all wanted to give up. It was like the second and third night. We were like crying. We didn't want to be there anymore. We were like, it was really for us. Like, this is really hard. This is really, really challenging. We need sleep.
Yeah.
But like Rebecca was saying, like, we definitely got a bunch of support from people.
Good.
We didn't want to let anybody down.
Good. And what do you want to do?
I have 3 options.
Quickly.
I want to be a fashion designer, or I want to be an astronomer, or a marine biologist.
There you go. Way to go, girls. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Really appreciate it, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's 7:25. You're listening to